3 different voices. Hey, wait, Pete, Ann.
Okay, we will leave.
Thank you very much.
Did you live here?
All right. Well, I'm Abby. I'll go every time. I'm McClain.
I'm ready.
And we are amateur ghost hunters.
Heck yeah.
We try our best to find whatever the heck we can. We've been to quite a few places. We've been to like the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, which is known as one of the most haunted hotels in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's on the top 10.
We've been to like places in Cripple Creek,
Jail Museum.
Mm-hmm. Jail Museum. We found some pretty creepy things there. McClain and I, when we went for the very first time, there was somebody else in our group who actually took a picture of us sitting on a bench down in the basement of the Jail Museum. And in the background, you see like 2 eyes, sort of like the shape of a face, and 2 eyes behind us when there was nobody behind us at all.
Then when Brittany and I went in the same basement, crazy, we heard this really nasty noise. It wasn't like a wah. Yeah. It was like wah.
Wow.
Yeah, so not super froggy, but it was more like
it was disgusting
right.
froggy.
Yeah, like a really sick frog, a zombie frog.
So we've been to some pretty creepy places and gotten some pretty good stuff without actually capturing it on camera. So this time we decided to go to the Brown Palace Hotel, which is in Denver. It is one of the schnazziest hotels in the area. Like when we went in, it was amazing. Yeah. There's like a giant chandelier and live music playing in the middle of the lobby. We got like glasses of champagne, check-in. It was just like the Titanic, except on land. Like the only way that they could sink was if the ground kind of came over there.
The hell opened up.
But that's what I felt like. Basically, what we did when we first got there was just kind of explore the hotel. Kind of explored our room a little bit, went and got some dinner at this restaurant called The Tavern. And it wasn't until, I think, like midnight that we actually started the hunt. Right now it's about, what, 11:30?
No.
11:45? Is it 12?
Oh, it's 11:30.
Is it? It is 11:30. So I was telling the truth. It's 11:30 right now, and we've just been waiting it out till midnight when we're actually going to start our ghost hunt.
Here's our plan. At midnight, we're gonna go up to the 8th floor and the 9th floor.
Are we? We have somewhat of a plan.
Somewhat. I mean,
yes.
It's a rough plan.
Yeah.
What was the story?
What was that?
I can't tell if that was the bed or like.
Was that the mini fridge? Oh, it did sort of sound like that.
Yeah. But it was like.
Yeah, like really.
Strange. Things are happening here. So we first went to the 8th floor, because the 8th and the 9th floors are supposedly the most haunted floors at this hotel, is what we learned.
Feel different too.
Yeah.
Just like kind of off. Not like super scary, but just like different.
It's kind of like cut off from the rest of the hotel. Like the 9th floor, you can't even see at all when you're counting floors in the middle of the lobby, because we learned that that was actually the slave quarters back in the early days of the Brown Palace Hotel. When we got to the 8th floor, I actually saw something down the hall, kind of like in my peripherals. Yeah, my peripheral vision.
Your peripherals?
I saw like a shape go across the hallway.
Yeah.
Were you a caretaker here at the hotel?
So what? Like way down there?
Yeah, at the end of the hallway.
something darted across this hallway. It didn't go like down this hallway. It was just kind of like right here.
Oh, okay.
Like in the middle of it.
But it didn't have any features. It was kind of just like the outline of somebody running across the hallway. And later on, when we talked to one of the bellmen who worked at the Brown Palace Hotel, he was telling us a story about him being in one of the rooms and looking in one of the mirrors and seeing a shape behind him that sounded a lot like the shape that I saw. So I don't know if it was the same shape. Am I just going crazy? It could have been either or. We first went to room 846, which is supposedly a room with lots of activity. We tried to get that room at first when we checked in, but somebody had already booked it and did not let us in.
No. Why would they?
That's the room where the couple has been seen, and they throw open suitcases and throw phones against the wall and all kinds of stuff. Apparently, the lady doesn't like having any guests, so she tries the hardest to get them out.
So yeah, like apparently that room is very active with phenomena.
Dude. So we ended up just like standing outside of these people's door for quite a while with some ghost rods. Is that what they're called?
Dowsing rods. Brittany got them for me.
Dowsing rods.
Yeah.
Yes, which move towards the energy in the room.
Yeah. Dowsing rods are really easy to get a false positive with.
Yeah.
Because if you are not sitting completely still, like, or holding your breath, then even if you just went to breathe in like this,
then they'll just be like,
doink. Yeah, exactly. If you move, they'll move with you.
So you have to be as still as possible.
Nothing really happened after that. We just went to the 9th floor. And we went to room, what was it, 906? 904? 904?
Somewhere around there.
That room is also supposedly one of the most haunted rooms.
There was a murder in there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, someone was murdered in there in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that also the room where like, I don't know if it still happens, but they used to get like calls from that room when nobody was staying in there.
Yeah. We tried using the dowsing rods again, and that's when we started getting something.
Cross them for yes. Hold them apart like this for no. Did you live here?
So that's a no.
That's a no. Did you work here?
We started asking yes or no questions, and we were getting pretty immediate answers.
Were you a maid?
You were.
Did you grow up in Colorado?
We got a native.
So McClain was being very, very still when she was holding them.
I mean, you basically just have to,
You have to keep your arms locked and keep them out of front of you.
well, and even with your hands, if you tilt them up too high,
Yeah.
then of course they're going to be like, "Mark."
But even if they're still, like sometimes they just go, you know, like off to the side, the same way and stuff. But these ones were literally every time either crossing or going straight out, which means no. So yes is a cross and then out is a no for every question that we asked. That just means that they're having a good time.
Did you have any children? Did you want to have children? That's like an immediate no.
Hard no?
That's a hard pass.
I'm right there with you sometimes.
You asked it if there was something not
like
good.
negative.
Oh,
something
yeah.
negative on that floor.
Are there any dangerous spirits here?
murder. It just said murder. Is the dangerous spirit on the 9th floor?
That's not good. And it was like uncertain, I guess.
Yeah, because I said, is there something,
Yeah.
negative, in this hotel? And it said yes for that. And I said,
Yeah.
is it on the 9th floor? And it was like,
Is it close by?
right.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's when we were done.
Yeah,
Then
so-
we were using the voice box, which
Mhm.
do you guys want to explain the voice box?
So it basically, it's called a spirit box. It's basically like a radio that like just scans the stations like really quickly, and like supposedly spirit voices can like use that to speak through. So a lot of times,
Do like the white noise?
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
and so like
Makes it easier for them to like answer.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like sometimes it'll even like sort of cut out the white noise, and you'll like hear a different voice. And if you like hear it over multiple sweeps, it's not like on the same station. It's like something else.
Yeah.
It whistled. It went.
Yeah.
We went down to, I think, the 2nd floor, and we went to a mailbox there.
Mhm.
The mail.
Seriously?
The mail. What did people put in here? The mail.
As soon as McClain went over to the mailbox, she heard very clearly mail, right?
Yeah.
On the voice box?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I had asked,
What is this? A kindergarten question.
What did people put in here?
So,
but yeah, I can
yeah.
be kind of condescending when I ask spirits questions sometimes.
I feel like I was really like asking them impatiently whenever I was asking.
Can you speak more clearly? We can't understand you.
I was like, do you live here? Or I was like, what was your name? We got a few names, a few just other random words.
It said yellow.
Yellow? Bruce?
It said turn around and then Abby.
All day.
Which could have just been the radio frequency, or it could
Yeah.
have been actually something that we were catching in the hotel.
Right.
What is your name? What's your name?
You had heard 2 names, Frank.
Frank and Henry.
She had heard those 2 names, Henry and Frank. And when we were in the lobby, we went close to where the front desk is, and we saw these 2 pictures. And they had 2 men on them. One was Henry and one was Frank. I think he was like an architect.
Yeah,
or-
one was the architect, and then the
Mhm.
other one was the actual like builder.
But we didn't know that at all.
No, we had zero
before
clue.
we started this hunt. It was only after the fact and after hearing the names come out of the voice box that we actually realized that those 2 men
Right.
had something to do with the hotel.
Right.
We were just kind of filming in this this area that was close to the restaurant that we had eaten in. Looking back at the footage, we realized that there's something weird about this light, or I don't know what it was, this little white
It's weird.
white
It's like
thing that kind of skips across the
Changes
street.
shape.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just looked like a little white light that wasn't the reflection on the chair because it skipped off of the chair.
Yeah, car lights, when they come through the window, they're very straight and they just kind of
And they kind of
widen
like
out
glide
and
across.
then they,
They don't go like. You thought it was weird?
Yeah.
But it's up to you. The viewers. Oh.
What the heck?
Then we went to the women's bathroom.
Oh yeah. There's some nice classical music playing.
I feel like that's when whatever was in there wanted to talk to you. Like, because I wasn't getting hardly anything.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You were getting stuff on the
Because
key-
you
key-
had
spirit
the
box.
key too.
Yeah. So I had the EMF pretty much the whole night, and it really didn't do much of anything.
Mhm.
Maybe a blip here or there until the bathroom. So yeah, what that is electromagnetic field reader. So it's supposed to like detect when there's like a spirit nearby, kind of thing. Or
That
can
was
you
me.
just make it flicker again? Thank you.
Do you like the music in here? I put yellow for yes and then green for no. No? No. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Did you work here then?
I think so.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you like it here? Are you standing right here? I thought I heard green.
Green?
Ooh.
Possibly. I had my spirit box at that point too, and I did feel like I heard a woman's voice
Mm-hmm.
kind of like under the static, like it sounded like the same voice multiple times, but I could not understand what she was saying at all.
Yeah.
But it makes me think it was like her trying to talk.
Otherwise, everywhere else, like it didn't do anything in our room,
Barely,
in the hallways. Yeah, it wasn't doing anything at all. So after that, we went to the second floor to the club room, which is where the most stuff happened. And I went in first. I don't know how I got that courage to go in first, but I did.
Because I remember I looked at her and I was like,
That usually does not happen. I'm usually the last one in.
I heard something.
But I went in and then I heard something, heard something move in there. But I freaked out and then I just took off back to the doors where you guys were.
and the glorious thing that happened
That
with my cell phone.
was awful.
Oh, sorry. What is wrong with you? Oh my gosh. Why? Because I wanted to make
Oh my gosh, that was horrifying.
And we were all
We
like,
freaked out. We were like,
what is that?
yeah, after we calmed down.
Yeah.
Then we got to explore the room a little bit more. I think that's the kitchen. I went over to the piano and I played one note on the piano. And as soon as I played that note, Broski,
As soon as you touch that, oh my gosh. Okay, as soon as you touch that key, in 3 different voices, it went P and O. What? Over a ton of sweeps. I'm going at the fastest rate possible.
And
You, like, freaked out.
I freaked out. Freaking blew my eardrum. Like I was just like, everyone, you got it. I can't remember what I was like, whoa! And I just did like a
like a
sumo
low
squat.
squat.
Yeah. Because I was so excited because it was so
I wish we had
cool.
caught that on camera.
Me
but we're just
too.
gonna have to take McClain's word for it. I mean, I feel like we just don't have the energy or the funds or anything to make this stuff up. Like honestly, everything that we show you is real, or at least we think it's real in our own minds.
But I mean,
you can
was
guarantee that,
right. You can Gary.
You can
Gee,
guarantee that.
Like almost thought I saw something like when we were over there before, like inside there, but I can't. I don't know if I was like psyching myself out because it's creepy. But I couldn't.
Yeah, it's
You can take it.
After the piano thing, you asked something about the room on the side over there. The one with the refrigerator.
Mhm.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
it felt really weird over there. I was like
Yeah.
afraid to like look into it or like get close to it because it just felt not
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross. I don't like it.
But then something on the voice box said you can do it, or
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
You
we were
can
talking about it. We were
take
just
it.
like, yeah, you can
Yeah.
take
You
it.
can
That's
take
it.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
it said, you can take it.
Which-
Like, it was just like egging us on, like, you bunch of pussies. Like, you
you
know.
can go over there.
Yeah.
It said you can take it.
What? Take what?
Like we can take the creepiness. You can take it.
Can we?
We did catch something looking back at the footage. As I'm traveling over to this room on the side of the club room, there's kind of a shadow that sweeps across one of the doorways.
Mhm.
It's strange because there's no light on this door frame. There's just like a shadowed door frame.
Well, there's kind of light from that room.
Yeah,
But
and
it's
there was
like
light from the
Not
room.
from the room we were in.
No,
So it-
no. Like the room we were in was completely
Yeah.
dark. And
Mhm.
so there's no light sources coming from behind us that would
So
have
we
cast
couldn't
our shadow.
possibly make a shadow.
No.
Right.
That's the thing.
Especially a shadow that dark.
We tried it out. Like we weren't able to cast shadows on that area because there wasn't enough light behind us
Yeah.
in the dark room that we were in
Right.
to make that shadow. It seemed like something was either like standing there or blocking the light and then just quickly zoomed over to the left.
Mhm.
I mean, you can make your own judgment on
Sure.
that, but that's what it seemed like to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, so there was a light on that fridge, and I watched the light get covered, but I don't know
Like what covered it?
exactly. I don't know if that was from like outside or if it
Right.
was us. Step this way. Just come this way.
Mm-hmm.
Now go back. It wasn't us. Yeah, I just watched it slowly go away. No, yeah, it's not there.
We're standing there, and I was in front of you guys. There was a light that we couldn't see, but it was like right here where the curtain was, and it was just like a little emergency light. You know, they have to leave those on. And I'm looking back in there, and it just looked like this shadow, big shadow, just slowly moved in front of this stainless steel fridge and then stayed there. And so either it was right in front of the fridge or it was right in front of the light. I asked you to move around and
And
to see.
we didn't cast shadows
Mhm.
in that room
Yeah.
at all. I found later on the footage that Brittany shot, there is another shadow that comes up kind of out of that dark space over there where the fridge was onto like a door frame or just kind of like a frame in the middle of the kitchen. And it kind of slowly comes up
just
and bobs there for a little bit
Mm,
and then quickly zooms off.
yeah.
you weren't moving.
Mm-mm.
We don't cast shadows from behind you.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that is. Maybe someone was just hiding in the kitchen and
Which like is equally as gross.
That's very true. Like I do not like that either. And if you look close to the shadow, it kind of looks like it has like a nose and a chin.
Yeah. So it's like a profile shot.
It is like
Yeah.
a profile of someone's face coming in, kind of just like
Somebody's face.
moving a little bit.
Yeah.
And then quickly going
Yeah.
off screen.
It said your room. What room are we staying in?
Maybe it wants us to go back to our room.
You want us to go back to our room? I do.
Really?
Yes. Same voice. Yes, go.
Alright.
Same voice. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Good job. It said don't go. You just told us to leave.
Maybe it enjoyed our company.
Once we left, that it was there.
What?
Tell me if you can see me.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
What?
It said move, and it knocked on the wall right here.
Seriously?
I didn't hear any knock.
It said move.
Is it right here?
It was right here. Right here. It went. Not that loud though.
No, just like a little tap.
Like that. Because I was standing right here because I thought I saw something in the crack, but I couldn't tell
Yeah.
if it was just like me wearing my glasses and it's dark in there.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked you, can you see me through the crack? And as soon as the door shut, it said, move.
Oh my gosh.
Our greatest find was at the front of the club room. There was a there was a rack with hangers on it.
Do you want us to leave? Can you tell us with the coat hangers over here?
Move the coat hangers if you want us to leave. Vic. I heard Vic.
Nick?
Vic.
I almost thought I heard a woman say Victor, but I don't. Maybe.
If you want us to stay, move the coat hangers.
Here, I'll show you. Just like this. Just one. Just tilt it. Just like that.
Maybe that takes too much.
Maybe.
Too much energy.
What about Vic?
I'm kind of moving.
Do you want us to leave? Sure. Said sure.
So, do you not really care either way?
What?
The coat hanger.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we will leave.
We will leave.
We
Thank
will
you very
respect
much.
your space.
Have a great night.
All right.
Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very
sorry.
much.
If you can see in the footage, these hangers are stationary.
Right.
Like nothing is moving at all. Me trying to get clarification, asked very, probably impolitely. This is what I said. If you want us to stay, then move one of the hangers. And that's when you showed it. I guess that was even more impolite.
So I like just pulled the very first hanger, pulled it out, let it drop, and then, you know,
but then you steadied it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we waited and nothing happened at all. So we're like, okay, so maybe we need to try something else. And that's when you got the dowsing rods out and we were all being very quiet, very still, waiting for something to happen. You had
your spirit box on at
you
that
were
point.
listening to the spirit box.
I had mine too.
Yeah. And then just like randomly you see in the very back of the rack, one of the hangers slowly coming out of the rack. And that's when I started freaking out. So I'm like, it's moving! Being a terrible camera person, I don't keep it on the rack. It was only in the camera that I saw that it looks like it's being pulled out of the rack very slowly. And it was only one. None of the other hangers were moving. They were all stationary. Like I even checked the footage. They were stationary beforehand. And there was no like airflow coming in or anything that could have moved one hanger.
Well, and I remember after we watched that, me saying the same thing. There was no airflow. Even if there was, they wouldn't move like side to side like that. They would move kind of more like this.
Yeah.
Because they would just kind of like go more in a wave rather than go back and forth. Because I mean, that has to physically be pulled out.
And it was a direct answer to
to what you had
to what
said.
I had asked it to do.
Do you want us to leave? Can you tell us with the coat hangers over here?
We think that it was something. I don't know how it could have moved like that much by itself, but you can make up your own minds.
One. I mean,
just one hanger. So then, of course, we didn't actually go over and like investigate it. We just took off.
Oh, did you get that on camera?
I think I did. I hope I did.
well, because
the professionals that we are.
Yes, because we had said if you want us to leave.
Yes.
Move the coat hangers if you want us to leave.
And so
But I guess we could have at least gone over and kind of checked it out.
We could have, but we were being polite.
We were, yes.
So,
but then after that, we were just completely exhausted.
Oh yeah,
so
we
decided to go
dunsies.
back to our room. Yeah. That's when we finally got to sleep. Probably around like 4:35
It was
in the morning.
Yeah.
Overall, the Brown Palace seemed like a safe place. Like unlike Cripple Creek or some of the other places that we've been to, there was an overall okay feeling about it.
This place is very active. Like I've never been to a place that had this much activity.
Basically everywhere we went in the hotel, there was something going on. Like all the floors that we went to, at least one thing happened.
I heard Cabo.
Yeah, and it might have been something, it might not have been.
Yeah.
All of the footage that you've seen in this video is the way that we captured it. We don't have the money or time
no
to
way.
alter any of this footage. Like, this is not our real job. We do not get paid for this.
No.
We definitely recommend going to the Brown Palace Hotel in Denver. It was a great hotel. Everybody was super friendly and all the employees were like ready to share their stories and just really excited to hear other people's stories from when they stay at the hotel.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool.
Oh, thank you for watching. We're glad that
First ghost hunt video.
Yes, we're glad that you came along with us.
On our thrilling adventure.
Yes.
Filled with hangers and
now we're out with a
P.
Eh?
No.